Mr. Mayor, we live.
Great, thank you for that. So today is March 1st, 2023. The time is 7 o'clock p.m. and I'm calling to order the Baldwin Park City Council regular meeting. Is there anybody here to lead us in an invocation? I'll ask our Housing Commissioner, Laura Franklin, who would be willing.
Please stand. Heavenly Father, thank you so much for allowing us to be here, to see a new month, to welcome in new employees, and bless the city leaders here that you've placed in Baldwin Park. We are grateful that we have a city that is representative of the San Gabriel Valley and abroad. We ask that you be part of these meetings and proceedings and that everything is done decently and in order. In your name we pray. Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
City Clerk, roll call, please.
Absolutely. Mayor Estrada,
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Garcia,
So at this moment, I will make a motion to excuse Mayor Pro Tem Garcia and Councilmember Damian. Can I get a second?
Second.
Any objections? Not. City Clerk, continue.
Councilmember Avila,
Yes.
Councilmember Ayala,
Here.
Thank you for that, City Clerk. At this moment, City Attorney, is there anything to report out from closed session?
Thank you, Mayor. Earlier tonight at our special meeting, the City Council met in closed session. All members were present except for Mayor Pro Tem Garcia and Councilmember Damian. There were two real estate items on tonight's agenda. There was a conference with real property negotiators concerning the property at 4021 Main and also the property at 14318 Ramona Boulevard, with the parties indicated on the agenda: David Bazulto at 4021 Main and ROM Investments at 14318 Ramona Boulevard. With respect to the real estate items, we have no reportable action. There were also two public employee items, items 2 and 3. And with respect to those items, there was no reportable action, but I should add that those items are listed on the open session portion of the agenda. They will be pulled off the consent calendar for separate votes and presentation.
Thank you for that, City Attorney. So at this moment, I will move to adjourn the special meeting. Can I get a second? Any objection? Not. Special meeting is adjourned. We continue with our regular meeting. We don't have any announcements, so we move on to proclamations, commendations, and presentations. And we do have our presentation of our newest staff members. And so I want to welcome up here our housing manager, Imelda Delgado.
Okay, you have it?
Imelda Delgado comes to the city of Baldwin Park with 25 years of professional experience in housing. Imelda began her career in the city of Southgate. From there, she landed a role as a housing coordinator, housing supervisor in the city of Pico Rivera. Her education includes a bachelor's in human services from Cal State Dominguez Hills, and Imelda is excited and looks forward to working with all of us. Welcome, Imelda. You have any words for us?
Thank you, everybody, for the warm welcome. I look forward to working with this great family of Baldwin Park. Thank you.
Yes, next, I'd like to welcome our newest human resource analyst, Raquel Franco. Where's Raquel? Very nice. And Raquel comes to the city of Baldwin Park with over 20 years of municipal government experience in the areas of human resources, workers' compensation, finance, risk management, and payroll. Raquel's professional experience includes employee benefits, workers' compensation, leaves, payroll, CalPERS, and city audits. Before joining the city of Baldwin Park, Raquel worked for the city of Azusa and city of Vernon, and Raquel is also excited to join the city of Baldwin Park.
I'd just like to thank the city for giving me the opportunity to work here. I'm really looking forward to my time here. Thank you.
Mayor, before we have our next presentation, because it is only appropriate, I want to close this meeting in honor of Coach Doug White. We have alumni here where Coach Watt was. He was at Sierra Vista High School for over 18 years. He started his service to the communities back 30 years ago in Michigan, where he was from. He taught math, science. He also coached football, basketball, and he taught science. So from the beginning, he was a mentor to a lot of young kids. He decided to come to Baldwin Park in 1987. When he moved here to BPUSD, he served as the athletic director at Sierra Vista High School, and he also served as an ASB director, and he was an administrator. Mr. Watt retired June of 2017. Unfortunately, we lost Mr. Watt on February 22nd, 2022. So I would like to ask the community of Baldwin Park, for all the years that he served, he was I know he was a mentor to the coaches we have here present. He was with you guys, correct? And I remember I was a team mom at the school. And I remember walking on campus, and I get choked up because I remember him well. If it was during lunchtime or brunch time, you could see him hanging out outside of the ASB office, greeting students, talking to students. He would come to events. He would show up at wrestling events. He was always there for the students. And the most important thing that I noticed about him, he respected our students. He greeted them and he acknowledged them. And that's what an educator is. He welcomed every single student. He talked to them and he mentored them. So I would like to have a moment of silence in honor of Coach Doug White, please. May Coach Doug rest in peace. Our condolences to the family, to the Sierra Vista High School family, because he left a lot of friends there. And I just thought it was appropriate to speak about him now, since we do have the Sierra Vista team here with us, undefeated champs. Is that right? Is that right, Sierra Vista? So now we can go ahead and present to them, Mayor.
Yes, thank you, Councilwoman. So at this moment, we're going to ask, are we naming them all out? All right, so I'm going to ask the coaches to line up first.
And we can line the kids up here.
Then we can get the wrestlers. Sure, we can do that. Okay. City Treasurer, direct them this way. We have our head coaches. We have Adam Lopez and Ray Palacios. And then I just want to show everybody, so the SB wrestling team is going to be one of the first people to receive our newly designed certificates, which are a lot nicer, gold-plated, not real gold, so don't worry.
No, the coaches
Not
up
breaking the
here.
bank, but highly presentable.
Because we're going to give you the certificate.
The wrong batch.
Okay.
Next, we have our assistant coaches, Juan Espinosa, Carlos Sanchez, Ana Keren Gonzalez.
And just to add, all of our coaches here, they're all alumni from Cerro Vista. So they are bringing back their service to our students. They went to Cerro Vista, they graduated Cerro Vista, and now they're helping our students here succeed. So let's give them a hand one more time.
All right. All right, and here goes for the longer list. We'll start off with the girls. Girls first. By the way, it is Women's International Month, so we want to make sure we acknowledge that. So we have the girls roster. We have Roldan Osiris. Jaylene Alvarez. Emily Castillo. Alondra Juarez. And on the boys roster, we have Joshua Charles Fabrice. Nguyen Simon. Adriana Anguiano. Jason Avendano. David Soto. Israel Martinez. Milton Gutierrez. Roberto Guerra. Sebastian Garcia. Dominic Renteria. David Ramirez. Armando Serrano. Anibal Guerra. Ortiz Jordi. Arturo Arbizu. Rosendo Gutierrez. Angel Lara. Kevin Madden. Dean Espinoza. Joshua Torres. David Trejo. And we have Jason Ton.
I do want to acknowledge Dr. Salazar for Baldwin Park Unified School District here. And our principal, Mr. Pratt. Can you raise your hand so everybody can see the great principal?
Yes, and if you'd like, you can join us up here at the dais.
Coaches.
And then we do have our representative for the Assemblywoman, Blanca Rubio, Veronica Lopez. And we also want to let you know that we do have some acknowledgements from the State Senate office, from the office of Senator Susan Rubio. Let them have. Oh, these are the coaches.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you, Council, for allowing us to say a few words on behalf of Assemblywoman Blanca Rubio. Again, it is a pleasure to be here again to celebrate this wonderful team led by wonderful coaches. Assemblywoman Rubio is a great fan and strong supporter of this team and all athletic teams in the community. So reach out to me, reach out to the office if you have a team that you want support for. But we do have recognition for every member of the team, as well as the coaches, and for the team itself. On behalf of the California State Assembly and the residents of the 40th Assembly District, we commend you for your dedication to teamwork, which led to an amazing season. Thank you. Congratulations, team. Go Dons. Actually, coming from a Brave, I have to say.
Yeah, Mr. Pratt, you want to? Oh, nice, okay.
All right, good evening, everyone. I'm Vince Pratt, humble principal of Sierra Vista High School. We just really thank you guys for this opportunity. We have the best coaches in the state of California. We got the best students in the state of California. That's all the Baldwin Park. But we're very special at Sierra Vista High School, and we really, really appreciate Mayor, City Council, everybody at Baldwin Park just supporting us, our officers. You guys are the best, and again, our students rock. Go Dons. What's up, guys?
Good evening. I'm Dr. Salazar. I'm with the district office, and I just want to take this opportunity to congratulate our young men and women, and thank you women especially. I have a fond heart for wrestling, and I know Ms. Avila does too, but I have to confess, when I was in high school, I didn't wrestle, but I dated a wrestler. So I learned all about wrestling. And when I worked at Sierra Vista High School, I always picked that duty because I understood the sports. It's a challenging sport, and you should be commended for your dedication because it's individual and then it's also a team sport. So you get the best of both. And I really want to thank our coaches for returning and serving our community and continuing to do so. And finally, as Mr. Pratt said so well, we're extremely, extremely grateful. I can say on behalf of the superintendent and our Board of Education, to the mayor and to city council for doing so much to build the bond between our two organizations. We really have covered the entire city between the two of us and built strong partnerships and relationships, and we're grateful for that. Thank you.
As well. Thank you.
Hi, thank you, everybody. Few things about the program. I took over about 6 years ago after after two head coaches had to step off, so I wasn't really sure how the program was going to go. And we've won 6 back-to-back league titles since, so I think we're doing pretty well. Thank you guys so much for having us.
I thank you everybody for the recognition for this team. As a coaching staff, we are absolutely amazed year in and year out of what these kids bring to the table. Our newest wrestlers to our most seasoned wrestlers, they put everything, every season they put everything on the mat. We're thankful for what they can do with the resources that we're given. We look forward to being able to strengthen those resources, working with the school districts in the city, and being able to bring some more championships back home to Sierra Vista High School. We're excited for that. Congratulations, ladies and gentlemen. Amazing job this season.
And I just want to add, where do we have our parents, our wrestling parents? Can you all raise your hand or stand up? So let's thank all of our parents, students. Thanks to our parents, you are all here. Thank you for your support, parent, because without the support of the parents, our schools, our sports, they wouldn't function. So thank you for being there for your team, for your students, and supporting your students. And I know when you're there as a parent, you're not only supporting your child, you're supporting every single team member. So it is greatly appreciated. I know you're going to miss it because I miss it. For the first few years after Adam was done wrestling, Adam is my son, by the way. After he was done wrestling, I started going to his tournaments anyway because I missed it so much. And I know you parents are going to miss it as well. Take advantage of the time you're spending with your students right now that they're in school, because they will be off to college or work or what have you. But thank you again for everything that you do for our children in Baldwin Park.
I just want to take a quick minute to acknowledge the students. And I heard some names of some students I taught, so I'm really proud of them to be part of this winning group. And I want to, as well as what Councilmember Avila said, I want to also thank the parents and the families for supporting your students, your children, because we know that together we help our child to grow and to grow in a place where they know where they belong, and from there they can go on and do great things. So I'm really proud of all of you. So congratulations.
And Enrique, if we can ask to, or Manny, if we can ask to put a team picture up on the marquee along the freeway so everybody driving by can see our championship team, please.
Good evening. I just want to congratulate the team, the coaches, the assistant coaches, and females are in wrestling. Wow. It takes a skill set to do this. It takes discipline and dedication. And the Senator Susan Rubio wants to congratulate you, and I can't wait for you guys to get your certificate. Congratulations, guys.
Yeah, I didn't know him. I didn't take. Wait, that is him. Oh, this is yours. Oh, I don't highlight stuff, do I? Oh, I guess so.
Thank you, Sir Vista.
I was reading my own agenda. All right. All right, so today we are now at our public communications. City Clerk, is there anybody looking to speak?
Yes, Mayor, I have one request to make a call. You give me 1 second. It's just 1626. And then straight the number. Hi, Carmen. This is Chris calling from the city of Baldwin Park. You ready? Yes. Okay, you have 3 minutes. Go ahead.
Good evening, Mayor, members of the City Council. My name is Carmen Vargas. I reside at 3856 Willow Avenue. My home is on the corner of Willow Avenue and Route across the street from Baldwin Park High School, the parking lot and football field. I have been before you. This is the second time, and I know others in my neighborhood and others in the community have come before you regarding this intersection. Specifically today, I'm actually in New York on business, but I have cameras, and my husband called me. There was a two-car accident at our corner, and a car crashed into our fence and destroyed it. And thankfully, my 2-year-old son had just gone back inside the home. But I'm here before you today, one, to just have you really focus on this intersection. Not only are there homes, it is a blind spot for a lot of cars. It's a speeding zone for a lot of cars. More importantly, it's a crosswalk for kids that have to zoom by to get into the parking lot at Baldwin Park High School. I think for now, in the meantime, I would ask if the City Public Works can, in the meantime, come and put protective barriers around where the fence is knocked down to protect my house, because the roads have been slick the past few days, and it's gonna rain again. And I just really, we obviously have to wait for time for insurance and things to take place. So I'd really ask that to happen in the meantime, but to really, consider putting, I think the easiest thing and the quickest solution would be to put a 4-way stop on this intersection. Thank you. Oh, and I provided pictures, and obviously there was a police report filed, and I could provide that to the city clerk, but I did provide the city clerk with photos of the crash site, as well as we obviously have security camera footage of it as well.
Thank you, Carmen. I will share the photos with the city council and staff. I appreciate your time.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye. Mayor, that concludes all the requests I've received.
Great. If you didn't fill out a speaker card and you'd like to speak, now is your time.
Good evening, Mayor Estrada and council members. My name is Gabby, and I have been a resident of Baldwin Park my entire life. I have numerous family members who reside in the city, and I am also a former employee of the city's police department. I was honored to have been chosen to work as a police dispatcher for 1.5 years, for which I have worked alongside very honorable people. I have chosen to leave because of the cancer that has plagued the police department for many years. I was an outsider looking in, and if I had chosen to speak up, my career would have been jeopardized. The leadership then is the same as the leadership now. I am speaking to you today because of the item listed on the agenda regarding keeping the chief of police and giving him a raise. I, along with many people that I have spoken to, feel this chief has been given more than enough time to do something that would have been benefited our community. Yet, he has nothing positive to show for the 2 years that he has been in charge. His leadership is strictly transactional. He rewards his employees who promise to support him and chastises those who speak up against him. When I say reward, he promotes unqualified individuals who had placed a safety issue with the community and other officers working patrol. He terminated an officer who was a product of this community in order to protect an openly gay supervisor who sexually harassed him. Another term that clearly identifies how Chief Lopez conducts business is quid pro quo. This is the reason we have not seen a vote of no confidence from the men and women who work for the police department. The police department is given again divided because of the greedy people who are now in charge. Those same people have shown support for the council majority that sit up on the dais today. Chief Lopez brings no contemporary solutions to the problems within our police department or our city. It appears as if we accepted him because of his generated pedigree in the profession. We are providing an injustice for ourselves. I ask that Chief Lopez swallow his pride and accept that he is not the right person to lead our police department. He should step down as the chief of police, and the council should search for a new person who truly knows our community. Thank you for your time.
Anybody else?
Dolores Holguin. Recent events have indicated a rise in active shooters. Is our police department prepared to handle an incident of this kind if it was to happen in our city? We have residents, businesses, seniors at the park, school children, churches, and various people who gather on a daily basis. What precautions have we put in place to handle these situations? I see more highway patrol and sheriff deputies than I do Baldwin Park Police. Having a CERT team, special response team, in name only is irresponsible. It is irresponsible leadership. SRT is not fully staffed. Not enough officers for deployment have not been deployed in 3 years. We have called on the LA County Sheriff's SWAT team for assistance. SRT officers are receiving an extra stipend monthly of $300. To continue maintaining CERT and paying officers for holding a position in name only is a disservice to our community. A mismanagement of our funds and money, complete lack of effective and appropriate leadership. Lopez, this is disgusting. I have to come to say that this one of your newly appointed sergeants has been known to continuously have relations with a resident while on duty. It is known, it is tolerated. This sergeant is rewarded and promoted for bad behavior. Officers are afraid to speak out. You fire officers, homegrown officers, but promote those in the POA who are controlling what is going on in our department. Who is the chief of police here? You or the POA president? Isn't this your job, Lopez, to run this department? You're the one lined up to get a big pay increase. But clearly, Lopez, you are making reckless decisions. Obvious. Officers who speak out against discrimination, abuse discrimination, are put on IAs and worse, terminated. Like Damien said, who again is not here, we are going to have those officers who have been a problem continue to be a problem until we, as a city, address this issue. These allegations that they have, either terminate them or whatever it is that we have to do, obviously legal, but we cannot continue to have certain police officers destruct the rest of the department. End of quote. How is reporting on harassment, abuse, and discrimination destructive? Staff is afraid to vote a no confidence on Lopez for fear of retaliation. So we, the residents, will vote a no confidence in you, Lopez. Council, you should be hearing your residents and working on the side of your residents who elected you and pay these ridiculous salaries. Council,
Ms.
is this
Holguin,
what you
your-
want for a
your
chief
time
of
is
police?
up.
Okay.
Thank
I'm
you.
CCing Hilda Solis.
Your time is up.
And Grace Napolitano.
Good evening, Catherine Lozier, Community Library Manager of Baldwin Park Library. I wanted to announce that on March 11th, we are having a second session of our VITA free income tax preparation. Anybody who makes under $56,000 may come into the library between 12 and 5 on a first come, first served basis, get their taxes not only filled out, but also submitted free of charge. And then tonight, I also wanted to announce that the Baldwin Park Library is very excited. We are one of 12 libraries that have been selected for a program called Reading Stars. Reading Stars is a no-cost reading tutoring program aimed at students in the 2nd and 3rd grade to help children become better at reading, while also this program seeks to break the economic barrier of private tutoring for some families. We are working to establish a partnership with local Baldwin Park Unified School District schools to identify some students for referrals. But any families who are interested may submit an interest form for consideration, and that form can be found online, or you can also come into the library and get one. So again, this is for Reading Stars. Thank you so much for all that you do, and have a wonderful evening.
Hello, City Council, residents of Baldwin Park. I see that we forget to count 5 City Council people, a mayor and 1, 2, 3, 4. Where the heck is the other 2 people? Or this is, you know what? You should dissolve the whole City Council and just keep these other people, and you guys just do whatever you normally do when you're not here. This is terrible. We Americans vote for you people to be here, not talking at your home, your residence, or wherever in the hell you live at. Also, you people understand English, I hope. Maybe I should tell you in Spanish. There should be 5 people at this city council meeting. I know, keep looking at me because I'll be here till the day I die. 5 people were voted to be here, not at home. I didn't know you guys had the right to change the Brown Act. Because if it is that way, you can change it. I should fire all of you. Keep the lawyer, those 3 there, and a few people over here. And you other 5 city council people should just send on your wind, leave, go. Like they say, get on your boat and leave. How many times do we have to tell you people, we did not vote for you to be at home. We voted for you to be here. If a person has a handicap, city mayor, city lawyer, you should put in a ramp so a person can get in on either side. You spending money left and right here. Oh, I forgot, you get city tax, so you spend money like crazy. Also, this person here at the end should be fired. I've been asking you people for years to give us a financial report, at least once a quarter. You don't even do that. And if you do, you make sure that nobody can read it. What the heck is wrong with you people? Lawyer, I hope you're better than what we had, because that person should give us a report. You guys file it in their so-claimed paperwork, but that's all you do. We could be bankrupt, and you people would sit there and talk to us like everything is okay. I only have a few seconds to talk more. I want a financial report. I don't care if it's next year or this year. It should be done this year. Can't you guys understand that? You ladies and gentlemen?
Your time is
all
now
of
up.
you.
Thank you.
It's required. Thank you. Oh, I forgot. My time's done.
Don Rios, resident for 45 years. I've been here. One of the things that we have to realize that the job that Chief Lopez has is very critical in a lot of ways, but he was full of cancer before he came in here. Now there's people that are coming back and say, well, you know, you're not doing your job. It doesn't take a year or 2 years to clean up a department that's been so corrupt over the years. One of the things which I said that last meeting, I do see the chief all over the city, looking the hot spots. What he does after that, that's his business, not mine. But I've seen the improvement that we have seen in our neighborhoods. The cops do go around, Even the residents in my area, we get together. Every other week, we get together, we have some coffee. But one of the things is people don't like him because he's put up program for people to take tests and everything. I was a manager for 35 years for a big company. I was an operation manager. I had 150 people reporting to me. We had programs for them. A lot of Hispanic, but we had programs for them to go to school, and we paid them in overtime. Okay? Chief Lopez is doing his job, and he's doing it right. He promoted within. Maybe he brought some people from outside because the people that were in didn't qualify for it, okay? I gotta be proud on what my neighborhood says, not only my neighborhood, but on Barnes area, North Park, I have friends and everything, where Danny Damian lives and everything. I coached for 20 years, Little League. I helped Sierra Vista for another 15 years. So that's what one of the things I gotta say about Chief Lopez. He's doing a good job. No matter who comes over here and says different. Thank you.
Good evening, Council. Greg Tuttle, business owner. Mr. Rios is holding up a picture. Your council's already seen it. Gene Alla and officers Rial and Herda. Now, there was some confusion on these officers that are causing all this trouble, the cancer within. Okay, let me give you the names. Herda, Jimenez, Rial, Pera, Cinta. These people are on medical leave, costing the city thousands of dollars. They need to go. They needed to go a long time ago. They're pissed off because they gave donations to Lozano back in the day so that he could run his campaign, and a promise that they would get promoted. They wouldn't have to take a test. They'd get promoted. Jeannie was on the council at that time, and so was Lozano. But Lozano lost to our mayor, and then he got his ass kicked again. Now, this is a problem. You guys have to understand that these cops are going to be cancer, and they're going to cause trouble all the way through here. And until you guys start getting some huevos and get rid of the people that are bad and causing the problem, and not hang on to the Tafoyas and the Rose Tams. I have a thing here from a deposition that we did on Rose Tam on May 2021. You know where all your mitigations funds went to? The general fund. That's a no-no. $4 million that's going to be taken out of general fund and moved over after this RICO lawsuit's all done. This is bad because you have bad employees. You need to weed these people out. Get this thing cleaned up. And the problem is, the police chief's hands is tied, and it needs to have help with the council, and you need to take that chance. Yes, you're going to probably get sued. These guys are already suing you. So what? That's what you have insurance for. But these lawsuits that you all had, you know what that was? From Monica and Jean Alla back in the days when they caused all this problem. And the reason the cops are suing is because they're pouting. They didn't get their promotion. You know why they didn't get the promotion? Because they weren't smart enough to pass the test. So what happened? Now they sue the city because I'm stupid. Okay? Wake up, guys. Let's get rid of this dirt. Let's clean the city up. You got 2 years before the next election. And Monica Princess, if she isn't going to show up to council meetings, I know she's a little upset because you made her mayor pro temp. She didn't want to have the responsibility. But you know what? You guys got to start cleaning this up. And if Monica doesn't want to show up, then we're going to have to do something about it. And I don't know how many meetings she has to miss in a row before we can get rid of her. But we need to do something. That's not right. And the reason that the chief wasn't promoted at this time or given the advancement was because of Gene. You guys didn't have a majority vote because 2 council members are gone. Well, this needs to stop. And this cancer of
Your
Gene
time
Allo
is
over
up.
here
Thank you
needs
so
to
much.
go. Thank you very much.
Jesse, resident of Baldwin Park. I've been living here a long time, and it seems like you have a lot of residents that are pissed off one way or the other way. Now, what was in the past was in the past. I got some people right here talking about people that ain't in office up there anymore. Let's talk about what's today. Our chief is not doing the job. There's lawsuits going on right now. And if he can't even discipline his own staff, how do you expect him to go and take care of the city? If he can't even fire the people that discipline or fire the people he's supposed to, the ones that are his favorite, the ones that will give him a promotion or a check mark, same way. There's gay officers there harassing right in there. That is a very touchy subject. Anywhere. Now, if you can't tell that person, you knock it off because you take that outside. What he's been doing is wrong. And to be giving him a pay raise, crime is going up in here. Lawsuits are being filed. And you want to tell me you want to give him a pay raise? Why? So that he can say, oh, Miss So-and-so over there, Mr. So-and-so over there are good city representatives? It doesn't work that way.
Anybody else looking to speak? Not, we will close the public communication. And we'll go on to our consent calendar. So if there are any items council is looking to pull, now is your time. Any items? If not, I'll make a motion to pass items 1 through 9, excluding items 5 and 6. Can I get a second?
Second.
Any objections? City Clerk, roll call, please.
Yes, thank you, Mayor. Mayor Estrada,
Yes.
Councilmember Avila,
Yes.
Councilmember Ayala.
Yes.
Motion passes 3-0.
Great, thank you for that. So we have item number 5, the approval of employment agreement with Shirley A. Quinones for the position of Chief Deputy City Clerk. And I'm going to go ahead and hand this off to our city manager.
Thank you, Mayor. This is an employment contract for our Chief Deputy City Clerk. We went through a selection process, competitive interview process, and the panel has selected for recommendation Shirley Quinones. And Shirley comes to us from the city of Maywood, where she currently holds the position of Executive Assistant Deputy City Clerk, and it's a dual role. Shirley has been with the city of Maywood since September of 2019, and prior to that, she was an administrative operations supervisor at AFSCME Council 57, where she worked there for 20 plus years. Shirley has agreed to start at step 2 out of a 7-step pay schedule for the position of Chief Deputy City Clerk, which equates to $6,172.30 per month, or $74,067.59 a year. If approved by council, she will start on Monday, March 6th. I recommend that you approve the contract.
Great, thank you for that, Enrique. So it is, we did go over this in closed session, and of course, it is necessary that we do hire a Chief Deputy City Clerk, and seeing that Shirley A. Quinones is highly qualified for the position, I would make a motion to approve. Item number 5, can I get a second?
Second.
City Clerk, roll call, please.
Sure. Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Mayor Estrada,
Yes.
Councilmember Avila,
Yes.
Councilmember Ayala.
Yes.
Motion passes 3-0.
Thank you for that. And we move on to the consideration of First Amendment to the Chief of Police Employment Agreement, Robert A. Lopez. So we will go ahead and move this to the 15th, the second meeting of March. And just for the record, we could actually pass this on a 2-1, but it is something that we can have all of our council here. I did hear some of you, and I've seen it all on social media, that people are politicking the chief. And so I've seen a lot of politicking regarding a lawsuit. And so I'm going to encourage all of you that if you want to learn the results of the lawsuits and what actually happened with that lawsuit, you can look it up on public record, as it is all public record. And if I'm not mistaken, the city of Baldwin Park actually won that lawsuit. So I really encourage all of you to do your homework before you not only smear the image of your city, but of your community. It's incredibly important that we work together to make sure that the city moves forward rather than infighting and making it look bad just for the sense of politicking. So with that, I'll make a motion to move item number 6 to the second meeting of March. Can I get a second?
Second.
City Clerk, can I have a roll call, please?
Mayor Estrada,
Yes.
Councilmember Avila,
Yes.
Councilmember Ayala.
Yes.
Motion passes 3-0.
Thank you for that. So we are on to, you don't have a public hearing today, right?
Second reading.
So we are on to our reports of officers. We do have the first reading of ordinance updating to the City of Baldwin Park commercial cannabis regulations. So Ron, I'm going to go ahead and hand it off to you.
Thank you, Mayor, City Council. As indicated before you is the first reading introduction of the ordinance updating the City of Baldwin Park's commercial cannabis ordinance, which includes the reorder of Measure CB within the cannabis ordinance. It does include some non-substantive changes within that were coordinated with the proponent, with the those that propose, a group that proposed Measure CB. In addition to that, also includes the language as discussed at the last council meeting, which would include the setting the maximum number of cannabis permits approved by council resolution. At the next council meeting, we'll be bringing back the cannabis fee modifications and also resolution that would set the maximum number of cannabis permits, not including, only includes cultivation, manufacturing, and distribution, and does not include retail sales of cannabis. That concludes the presentation. I'm happy to answer any questions. It is recommended that the council introduce the first reading. Thank you.
Can we make any changes to it?
No, not from the presentation and workshop that we had at the last meeting. There were no changes made.
So what about the portion where we said limiting, we have 25, so limiting a certain amount to have to be.
So the
mandatory?
current version of the ordinance states that you can grant up to 25. This version, when it becomes effective 30 days after second reading, will provide that the number will be set by separate resolution. That's the resolution that Ron talked about that we'll put on the agenda for the next meeting. So as of now, we've got sort of an informal pause because the language says up to 25 in the ordinance. But beginning when the resolution becomes effective, it will set the actual number at 21.
Gotcha. Okay. Great. Any questions from council? If not, I will make a motion to pass an ordinance of the City Council of the City of Baldwin Park, California, renumbering Chapter 128 of the Baldwin Park Municipal Code, amending Chapter 127 of the Baldwin Park Municipal Code relating to commercial cannabis production, and codifying Measure CB, Baldwin Park marijuana retail sale regulations and taxation measure. Can I get a second? City Clerk, roll call, please.
Mayor Estrada,
Yes.
Councilmember Avila,
Yes.
Councilmember Ayala.
Yes.
Motion passes 3-0.
Great, thank you for that, City Clerk. So we are at the City Council, well, actually, we don't have anything else. City Council, City Clerk, City Treasurer, staff request and adjournment. Is there any requests or communications from city staff or council? City Clerk?
Thank you, Mayor. So I just want to recognize somebody. I know that we just approved the hiring of Deputy City Clerk Shirley Quinones. So which is exciting. But I also want to recognize Crystal. She has been a familiar face at our city council meetings for the past several months, doing an incredible job, not only for the city council, the office of the city clerk, but the entire community. So I do want to thank her for stepping up to the plate and for everything that she has done for us in the past few months. She will be a familiar face in City Hall, but may not be here at every meeting with us. So I, at least on behalf of everybody in the office of the city clerk, which is just us two, thank you so much for everything that you do. And I'm sure that I can speak on behalf of all my colleagues that we are extremely proud of everything that you have done. So thank you. And secondly, if I can, tonight I would like to remember the late Bishop David O'Connell, Auxiliary Bishop of the Archdiocese of Los Angeles and Episcopal Vicar of the San Gabriel Pastoral Region. Los Angeles Catholics have lost the vocal advocate for the poor and proponent of immigration and criminal justice reform. Bishop O'Connell epitomized putting faith into action, dedicating his life to serving the marginalized communities. So tonight, as funeral services are underway in Hacienda Heights, I mourn alongside my Catholic brothers and sisters throughout the San Gabriel Valley. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for that, City Clerk. On your first, on the first comment, that's a great way to introduce your new boss. So, brownie points to you.
Mayor?
Yes, Councilwoman Ayala.
I just want to thank those who came out and spoke. I appreciate your words. It's always difficult to come out here and say what you need to say. And I appreciate you coming forward, and I encourage you to come again. We need that support, so I appreciate you. I also want to close on behalf of a colleague of mine, a 27-year educator in the Baldwin Park Unified School District, Miss Adriana Urbina. She's also a homegrown graduate of Baldwin Park High School. She passed away suddenly from a tragic accident less than a week now. She was an educator at Foster. She then moved on to Heath and Geddes, and she was currently the assistant principal at Kenmore Elementary. So I would respectfully ask that we close on her behalf. She was an excellent educator, an advocate for our students, and somebody who I feel really cared for our community and really cared for our students. So I would like to close on behalf of Miss Adriana Urbino, the assistant principal at Kenmore Elementary. Thank you.
Mayor?
Yes, Councilwoman Avila.
I also want to thank Crystal for stepping up when our city clerk, our deputy city clerk left. I had confidence that things were going to get done, and they have been. And I appreciate all the support and everything that you have done for us. You're quick to respond to the emails or quick to look into whatever we may be asking that is not in your scope at the time. And you've done an excellent job. We appreciate you being here at every single meeting. We are going to miss you, so do come by and still be at our meetings as part of the audience. But thank you for all the work you put in. You mean a lot to our community here in the city of Baldwin Park. Thank you.
Yes, thank you, Crystal. And I'm sure we'll still see you inside of City Hall, working hard. So we appreciate you and we're glad you're with us. And of course, all of the rest of our staff for getting the work done and making things happen here in the city of Baldwin Park. So I believe that is all for today. I will go ahead and move to adjourn the meeting in memory of Coach Watts. Can I get a second? Any objections? If not, meeting is adjourned. Good night, everybody.